kind of talking low, so you're gonna have to bear with me, do the bare minimum, because she's having a, because you know I'm a kid right here, having a meeting on her job, on the meeting, so my desk is right here. Yeah, so just bear with me inside, because I'm using my, it's the whack mic. I'm not using, my mic is not connected. So just bear with me. But what are you doing here? A better question is, why did it take so long? I told you this. You get it. Stop asking me why did it take that long. It's October 31st. Alright, so I was thinking I can input a series. I already know I cut my hair. It still hasn't grown out. But I can input a series called Terrorizing Terror Thursday. But every Thursday we watch spooky videos. And what day am I not better than today to do so? I mean, if you want to be real, it's October 31st. And October 31st is a Thursday. You can check your calendar. It is. So every Thursday we watch a scary video. And so yeah, go ahead, get your snacks, get your little blanket, sit on your bed. You know, mine's a little messed up. Don't mind the teddy bears. They just decor. Anyways, and I think we're gonna keep this video on. So go ahead, get your little snacks, get your cover, like I said, and then go sit down, turn off your lights. Look, turn off your lights. Let's get into it. I'll meet you there. But I actually do gotta use the bathroom. Alright, so if you disregarded everything, okay, you can hear me better, my mic is good at it. If you disregarded everything I just said, I want to be nice and generous and tell you, don't let it happen again. But I've decided to create this series called Terrorizing Terror. Headphones just fell. Terrorizing Terror Thursday, where every Thursday we forgot what I said. Every Thursday I record some scary videos. Since today is October 31st, which is a Thursday, I decided to kick it off today. I've had this idea for months, since last Christmas. So I just now decided to do it. So if you got your cover, your snacks, and you're sitting down with your lights off like I asked you to do, you won't have a problem. Let's get into the video. Alright, so the first one today, and then my screen wasn't even recording. The first one today is called A Disturbing True Horror Snapchat Story 2 Animated, and it was uploaded by Llama Arts. Now, Llama Arts, don't copyright strike me, please. I have been doing everything. Your link is in the description below. Everything that you have is in the description below. Please don't copyright strike me. That's all I ask from you. I emailed you. If you would check your email. But yeah, all your stuff is in. I'm gonna have your YouTube name and the video for today. So please don't copyright strike me. And now let's get into the video. Oh yeah.
This is a short but terrifying story of something that happened when I was Snapchatting a friend I'm pretty young. I'm only 13, still in middle school. A girl I really liked had just recently started snapping me selfie pictures, and we started messaging each other
Let's be real. Y'all eating that? I ain't think
for
so.
a few nights. One night when I was watching TV, she sent me a snap of herself laying in her bed without a caption. I sent a message saying, "What's up?" She sent another identical picture, this time with a caption saying, "Not much, you?" She set the timer to 10 seconds, so it gave me plenty of time to analyze the picture, including her bedroom in the background, and the dark outline of a person standing by her window.
Text her
I
back.
quickly sent a response message saying, "Is that your brother by the window?" She sent another identical snap, this time captioned, "What do you mean?" In this picture, the figure at the window was closer, and I could see a hand pressed up against.
Okay. I'm sorry I paused it. I'm not gonna pause it no more. Um, let's be real. Are you going to sit there and text? Or are you going to sit there and call? Hey, there's somebody by your window. I'm not. Don't even text. Somebody by your window. Give me your parents' phone number. I'll wake them up for you. What are you going to do? I'm being for real.
Against the glass. I closed the snap before the timer even ran out so I could tell her quicker. I said, "There's somebody at your window, turn around."
Please.
She opened my snap almost immediately, and then I didn't hear from her again on the app. I grew more and more worried as the minutes passed. I texted her a few times to no avail. I tried calling her a few times to no avail as well.
Look at the button.
I didn't know her house phone number, otherwise I would have called her parents. It wasn't until midnight when I was already laying in bed that she finally texted me back. She explained the whole situation. As soon as she looked at her window and saw the person standing there, she screamed. And that caused the person, who turned out to be a 20-something-year-old man, to open the window and jump into the room. From there, she ran to her parents' room and woke her dad, who went to her room to find nothing but an open window.
Why are your windows open?
It wasn't
Why is it
exactly a
unlocked?
personal story of mine, but it freaks me out nonetheless, knowing that the only thing that saved my friend from whatever could have happened was the fact that I was able to see the window through her selfies, unbeknownst to the creeper at her window.
That suspenseful music back there. My screen just glitched. Bad. Arts, that was dope. That was dope. The animation style on point. That's a 10. That was dope, honestly. Just hit my mic. I liked it. I like that. Let's get to the next video. My camera had turned off. But the next one is called True Pizza Delivery Horror Stories Animated. And it was uploaded by the GOAT, Lamar. You're now the GOAT. You're now the GOAT of animation so far. I liked it. Got your cover. Oh, it turned red.
I was out doing a delivery one late night.
Deep freaking voice.
It was probably the longest drive I have ever taken for a pizza delivery. From the pizza place I worked at, it was a 20-minute drive, which isn't too crazy out where I live. Plus, they ordered 4 large pies, so I figured it was a party and I would get a much bigger tip.
It better be a party.
Navigating the dirt roads at night was always annoying, though. I pulled up to the given address.
They already know what I'm about to say. Look at the car. Look at my man's car. First off, he work at a pizza place. and he driving the car like he on a racetrack. Second off, look at the wheels. If your parents got two different wheels, raise your hand.
It was some old, sketchy-looking building, literally in the middle of a forest clearing. There were no cars parked anywhere, or any lights on. I put my car in park and called my boss. I asked him to reread the address at least 3 times to make sure I typed it in right, but that checked out. I could tell he was in a really bitchy mood, and he told me to at least knock on the door and check it out. He would normally get mad if we took back 1 pie, but I was afraid of what he would do if I brought back 4. I was insanely unnerved, but got out anyway and forced myself to the front door of the building.
Look, I can get fired.
There
I
was
don't
no
care.
doorbell,
I'm not
so
going in
I
there.
just knocked really hard.
Look at the scratches.
I heard nothing and didn't really expect to hear anything. I was extremely disappointed, not because nobody answered the door, but because I was realizing that it was all a waste of time and gas.
Right.
I knocked 1 more time out of desperation, and then began to hear some kind of rustling noises from inside of the building.
Drop the pizza.
I knocked again and yelled that I was the pizza guy. There was silence now. I felt it.
What would y'all do? What would y'all do? Let's be real. Would you A, knock and wait till she comes to the door? Or he, whatever it is. B, drop the thing, get out of there. C, drop it, wait for the money, and then leave. If you pick B, you're safe. You're gonna live. If you pick anything else, C, you might live. No guarantee.
Felt a bit more uncomfortable now than before. But before I could turn around, I noticed something at the window. There was someone looking through the window. I couldn't tell if it was a man or a woman. All I noticed were their eyes. Their eyes were open wider than I knew possible, staring intently at me. I was disturbed enough by this and dropped the pizzas and ran back to my car.
Yes.
The shitty thing wouldn't start until turning the key for the 3rd time. I drove off the grass and back onto the dirt road, but I felt the car rocking about, shaking and bumping. Something wasn't right. I didn't make it far from the building before I started hearing a sharp scraping sound coming from outside. There was so much resistance that I couldn't even drive. The car came to a stop. I got out of the car to check what the hell was wrong. A chill ran up my spine as I began to feel like my heart was constantly skipping beats. My tires had been slashed and had completely fallen off the rim. Not just the front though. All 4 tires were slashed. I realized somebody did this when I was knocking on the door to that building. Instead of running, I got back in the car and locked the doors. I was so close to that building, I could practically see it from where I was, if it weren't for the trees blocking the view. I dialed 911 and explained everything to the operator. She told me the cops would be over as soon as possible and that I need to stay hidden. I asked her if it was advisable to stay in the car or run, and she told me it would be best to stay in the car with the door locked. She asked me to stay on the line with her until the cops arrived. My whole body was shaking. In all directions, there was nothing but dark, seemingly endless forest. I knew it would take forever for the cops to get there. I was not comfortable with sitting in that car so close to whoever did this.
Run out.
The next part, though, is what utterly destroyed me. It still shakes me to this day, and I hope nobody ever has to experience this kind of fear. As I was scanning all the windows, making sure nobody was outside, I looked in the rearview mirror, and there was the same person. The same person I saw at that window. Eyes open wider than ever. I could see now that it was a woman. and I could ever so slightly see a smile begin to spread across her face. I opened my door and full on sprinted into the woods, not caring how much noise I made.
Right.
I ran until I was out of breath, which didn't take long, and I hid behind a giant log on the ground. I tried to cover my loud breathing with my hand as I waited and waited for what felt like hours until I finally heard sirens in the distance.
Stay there until they come get you.
I gathered up all the stamina I had left to run all the way back in the direction of the dirt road. Eventually, the glowing red and blue lights came into view, and I had never felt better in my life. They were parked in front of my car, investigating with flashlights. I came out yelling at them like a lunatic to help me. I fell to the floor and started to gag, almost throwing up from running so much. They picked me up and began to question me, to which I explained everything to the best of my ability. One of the two cars drove over to the building, and the two officers began to search the building. They came back with nothing except for a couple of spiky objects. These objects were exactly the same as the ones used to slash my tires. The cops guessed that it was some kind of sick, demented couple, being that I saw the woman, but unfortunately they were never found, and that still kills me to this day. I obviously quit my job right after that and
Yes.
started working at a local grocery store. I know that I'll never forget seeing that woman at the back of my car.
Army pops. Y'all saw that. I know y'all did. That was good. Llama Arts. Look. That was a good animation. That's all I can say. Well, guys, if you enjoyed that, stay tuned for next Thursday. If you will want to see more. My camera just glitched. Don't worry about that. But if you want to see more, stay tuned to next Thursday. And if you like that series, beastly attack that like button. Beastly attack that subscribe button. Beastly attack that notification bell. Share it to your friends so they can come watch this. And also, if you would like to, I don't care. Usually I'll pick the videos myself. But if you want to, send in videos. I'm gonna tell you the steps. Go to, go to Twitter. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I said Twitter. Just go to Instagram. Text, DM me. Actually, no. I gotta think of the steps. I don't know what steps. I got it. Okay. Instagram. Make a post using the hashtag Terrorizing Terror Thursday at Luigi, my Instagram name. Steps will be in the description, so you know. I'm just telling you in advance. And yeah, send a link to the scariest video you know, and I'll watch. I don't know what that was. Let me just go. Hopefully, these did not scare you. If I were to rate these videos, it's a 9.5. Llama Arts, that was good. Please email me back, Llama Arts. Links in the description. Remember, stay trapped in with God. Always. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.